Hey guys, what up? Mike here, Laker Talk. Let's talk Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, and Mitch Kupchak. Not in that order, but we're going to talk about these three guys. Anyway, Ben Simmons, let's start here. I think we all know that Philly is going to take Ben Simmons. I think that's where all the reports are leaning. Early reports came out saying that Philly is going that way. His coach came out, his high school coach came out today saying that if Philly doesn't take Ben Simmons #1 overall, they should all be fired. The Philly coach coached in Australia with Ben Simmons' dad. I think it is 99%. There is not an ounce of news that is saying that Philly may pass up on Ben Simmons, that they may take Brandon Ingram. So I know there's a lot of Laker fans who are still hoping out, who are big Ben Simmons fans and would prefer Ben Simmons over Ingram on the Lakers, but I don't think it's happening, guys. That's just my gut feeling. And I think it's not a long stretch. I think we all know that. There's no way they're going to pass up on Ben Simmons, in my opinion. Having said that, somebody asked me, do you think Ben Simmons will hold out to come to LA? I don't think that's going to happen. I know that's been rumored, but here's the thing. That's a very rare. A lot of players don't want to go to these teams, but they end up doing it anyway because it will really hurt their career if they do that. So I don't think he will ever do that. You don't see that often. You don't see it and haven't seen it in a long time. He wouldn't go back to Australia and play in Australia and no, and that's very, very rare, and he's not going to do that. He's going to suck it up and probably play for Philly. What I do think is that they're both right now at church praying that they don't get picked by Philly. I mean, who wants to go to Philly? No disrespect to Philly, but that franchise is dysfunctional. And go to Philly rather than come to LA. Come on now. So, but I think they're taking Ben Simmons. Anyway, we'll be ending up with Brandon Ingram, who a lot of us think is the better fit anyway. As small forward, stretch the floor, shoot the three, super, all-star potential stud, Kevin Durant type of long, slinky, whatever. We're going to be ending up with him. Now, there was rumors that Mitch Kupchak is shopping the pick. Man, I was going to come out with a video earlier today, in the morning, stating that Mitch Kupchak is not trading the pick. And then this article comes out because Mitch Kupchak had an interview on the radio, and Mitch Kupchak basically reiterated saying that it's a long shot that we trade this pick. Let me just break down what Mitch Kupchak means. And he kind of touched on this. I didn't hear the interview. I read the transcripts, but basically it basically mimicked what I thought Mitch Kupchak would say. Mitch Kupchak did not know we were going to get the #1 or #2 pick. Okay, if we ended up with the #3 pick, talent level is like you don't know for sure who you're going to get. No doubtably, he would be shopping that pick. Now, #2 pick, now you're getting a bona fide stud in either Ben Simmons or Ingram. Most likely, 99.9%, it's going to be Brandon Ingram. He knows what type of a young stud he is. They liked him in the interview. There's no way we're trading that pick. And Mitch Kupchak kind of touched on it. It is a long shot. Now, outside of like Indiana coming at us and saying, hey guys, hey Mitch, we got Paul George for your #2 and Jordan Clarkson. Mitch Kupchak is going to talk, because Paul George is a bona fide superstar, 26 years old, is going to be playing at a high level for the next 8 years or so, or 7 years. Now you're talking, you're talking with that. You're not hanging up on the GM. Okay, you're going to talk and figure that out because Paul George is 6'7". He'll fill our small forward position and fit really well with our team. Having said that, also Mitch Kupchak is one of the smartest basketball minds in the world. He knows that the Lakers is not in the position that the Cavaliers were when they drafted Wiggins, and then LeBron James was coming to town to play with Kyrie. Now that makes them a bona fide championship contender. And so they traded away the Wiggins pick for Kevin Love, which was a smart move because they needed that role. Kevin Love was a bona fide all-star at power forward. They needed that. And guess what? It got them to the championship. They're back at the championship, and now they have a championship team, and they have a chance to win a chip. The Lakers are not in that position. So Mitch Kupchak knows, why even trade the pick when we're not going to get back into the playoffs anyway? You know, we would get to the first, you know, we would get the 8th spot and then get bounced out. Why trade away a bona fide stud like a Brandon Ingram when you're not going to make it there back to championship contending ball over the next 3 to 5 years? You know, it's going to be a 3 to 5 year process for us to get back there. So right now, Brandon Ingram is 18. He's a baller. He's going to average about 15 probably next year. He's going to average about 17 after that, and then 20 after that. And he's going to be on a rookie deal, which making about $5 million a year, as Mitch stated. You cannot buy that type of value, okay? A guy who's making, who's putting up 15 to 20 points a game, which Brandon Ingram is going to do. You're talking like $20 million a year type of money, right? And you can't buy that type of value. Mitch, we're going to get value. We're going to get a stud at $5 million a year for the next 4 years, okay? With Russell on a rookie deal for the next 3 years or so, Randall as well for the next 2. We got a good young core for cheap, like $15 million for the whole group, for Randall, Russell, and Ingram. You know, $15 million a year for those 3 studs for the next 3 years or so. Come on now, we can't buy that value, and Mitch knows it, and guaranteed we're not trading the pick. So rest assured, we're going to end up with Brandon Ingram, and we're going to see him Summer League and for years and years to come. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And follow me on Twitter at MikeSportsLA. Peace.